All right, my fellow Americans, my fellow Nigerians, I want to thank you all for listening to me today. I am going to give credit to those who is due, and take away and also give blame to those where it is due. One thing I do know, and I want to go on the record on this, is that the current administration, the head of the current administration in Nigeria, without mentioning name, has only one thing going for him. It's the same thing that I have going for me, which means he's very conscious of the plight of black people. And the way you can know that is that he does not, by any stretch of imagination, but the three people or the four people who are not interested in the color of our skin. And I say that with all due respect. One, I want to start from the Kremlin, Putin, which I don't want, as I said, I'm not going to use his name. I'm just going to call him Karate Kid. If you go straight down, you you cross path with Bibi. If you go up the eye, you cross path with Blowhard, in parenthesis, Trump, Bibi, in parenthesis, Netanyahu. Then you go down the eye, you are going to come and meet with somebody like Fat Girl, which I call Elon Musk, in parenthesis. So all these people don't mean well when they come to the color of our skin. That's the only area where if Tinubu is going to come to become the president in the next 4 years, that's why I want to keep him, because they're going to do everything from Washington to see that they can unseat Tinubu. That's an area where I have taken side. Other than that, Tinubu must go, and we need a replacement for him. And to be able to replace him, I'm going to say 4 things that I think works against him. First, he is not, what do you call that? He's misogynistic. He doesn't in any way care about women. He believes that women belongs to the kitchen, which if me and he were sitting on the table and he offered me tea, I'm not going to drink the tea, because I'll just tell him that so long as I'm sitting here, I'm not going to drink your tea because your teacup is full of misogynistic practices. I will take one more step. He is very, very small on youth empowerment. I cannot overemphasize that. We are having about 80% of our population are youth, and as such, we are in trouble because we don't have no power base for youth. I also want to make it very clear too that he's very small when it comes to what you call the kitchen cabinet that surrounds him. And the reason he's very small on the kitchen cabinet that surrounds him is because they believe that I want to go and get my share of the national cake, which I did. And I want to say that I'm beating my chest because I encountered this bottleneck when I was working for the federal government parasiter before I left Nigeria. I was talking to somebody a few minutes ago, and I was telling her she's inviting me to come to her church. And I told her, I said, I cannot come there because I am working 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to be able to see whether I can turn this country upside down so that we can make Nigeria work during our lifetime. And my problem is I don't have the money. And what I'm working on, that's not taking off. And the reason why it's not taking off is because I have paid my dues at her own age. That when I was born with a birth defect, which in actual fact put me into an area where I became so, I became so hardworking, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to the point that at the time I was living in Nigeria, I had 3 jobs. And I was asking her, is there anybody out there that has 3 jobs like me? She said, no. I said, okay, I did not make any mistake. And now that I didn't make no mistake, I want to use this embodiment to be able to roll Nigeria like a big, big fireball that is running from what you call Ikoba Hill down to Ikoba River, a big boulder left on. Because when the train is coming, there is no way you can destroy it. And I am branding my own fundamental to say that Odaboto ana in Nigeria, Nigeria na tia winner. Because I'm saying this onto the Benin people now. I hope I'm in Nigeria no winner. Odaboto hana la moe. I'm an author of 2 books. God to Goddess. Make Nigerian work during our lifetime. And I want people to buy that. Let me quickly say this. If you want me this video to go viral, I need your subscription. I want you to subscribe because I have started a new channel today that I want to make sure that it is going to be able to go further than any other video. So I am starting all over again, which I thought my short attention span, which is part of my part of my bottleneck, was going to be the biggest problem I was going to have. I now find out that it's not a big problem. It's not a big deal. I had a YouTube channel when I was in the US. And when I came into Nigeria, I said, I'm going to write my second book, which I wrote one in America. And I wrote the second book called. So the second book I'm talking about now is the one that is on azimikoko.com, azimikoko.com. So let me go back to Asiwaju, and let me go back to Jagaban. Let me go back to Omilokon. Omilokon, Asiwaju must go with his kitchen cabinet. So let me say that, and I'm going to go straight into more stuff that I think that works against him. Is this thing on back there? Is it on?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Let me look at it. When you go off, let me. So he is using a lot of tools and best practices to stay in power. Like, for example, he uses religion. So he uses religion, which I think it's a, thank you, brother. It's a no-winner. If Tinubu is dead in 100 years from now and he's turning on his grave, he would have preferred that Nigeria will become what do you call that? Nigeria will become a Muslim state. He will not bother him if Nigeria become a Muslim state because he has using the 55% of the people who are voting in the North as a ping pong ball. Ping pong ball. Table tennis. He's playing table tennis with them. And he's using the federal government money, my taxpayers' money, to buy them. Not only that, he's only buying the politicians. So, again, I am going to say that Jagaban must go, and I already give him credit that Jagaban is not a bad guy. He's an epitome of the fact that he's one of those who believe that I want to go get my fair share of the national cake. That is how he was born into that mentality. I was born into the mentality, but I did not have that swing because I was having a birth defect, which exacerbated to attention deficit disorder, which made me to work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So I am telling you guys now that at this point in time that I'm back into Nigeria now, I have now finished in the past a year and 6 months that I'm back now. I've now turned everything into what you call a big boulder rock because I'm attacking it from different angle. different angle, different angle, different angle, different angle, different angle. And I'm now comfortable to say that going forward, I will be able to uh, make Nigeria work during our lifetime. So if you go further than that, you will come to another two other areas which I have not touched. He's using the power of incubus. Jonathan just said that. It's a bombshell. He's it's actually not. It's not actually not things that we have that is working against every Nigerian. That 250 million Nigerians, whether those who are in the diaspora, those who are in Nigeria, are like we are hungry. Even when we are abroad, we are hungry. I was hungry in the United States. I didn't have no access to anything called America. I didn't have food stamp. I didn't have no food. I couldn't eat. I will go to work and I will eat there. I wasn't married. I didn't have no children, so I was able to survive the place. And now I'm back to this state, to Nigeria. And since I got here, I cannot beat my chest and say, hey, I am now able to eat. No, I can't eat because I'm hungry. I'm on $2.13 an hour, $2.13 an hour dollar a day. I'm surviving on it. So he's not interested in things that working against the Nigerian system, which Peter Obi has been a very big, Atiku has been very big on those two main things, which is now putting them ADC. If Osiwaju comes into power next time, as I said before, he is the best person to have been able to come into power, even though his godfather who put him there, the late Buhari, may his soul rest in peace, put him there because he felt very strongly that he has made a promise to him before, and when it was time for him, the truth set his arm. And he did it because he was looking at him like a Muslim. He did it because he knew he was going to be looking out for the Northerners. I don't understand where any part of the world, which I say one, the North is going to be one time, they're going to be switching between North and South. What about the Eastern Nigeria? The one that you buried almost 3 million people during the Biafra War. Those people know better. There are more billionaires in the East than there are in the North. And not only that, the billionaires in the East are, an example of them is probably going to be somebody like Peter Obi, who is a trader. So I am sitting here saying that Asiwaju is not interested in our hunger. He's not interested in our terrorism that is going on, that is killing a lot of people there, because he's out there eating his steak rare. That's all he's interested in. He wants to eat his steak rare. He wants to be worshipped, and he wants to, he's using the money to go and buy politicians. A lot of politicians are taking money and they are decamping into his regime. If he becomes the president 4 years from now, it's only there because I believe that if Trump has his way with Susan Ville back there, if Trump has his way, Trump will want to get rid of Asiwaju. But because of that, I am saying that I believe in Asiwaju. That's what I'm saying. Please, if you want this kind of video to go viral, please help me to go and make it go viral. Please. I cannot wait for you to subscribe. I cannot wait for you so that I can get that 1,000 subscription or 400 hours, which I want to tell you now, and I want to tell for you those guys who are out there who wants to, who are doing YouTube, that are thinking of doing YouTube in the near future. This is my advice to you. I made a mistake of doing YouTube in America as a loner. I was by myself because I was an introvert when I got to America. Before I left there, Nigeria, I was an extrovert. So because I was an introvert, I will go to the Dallas Public Library, sign up, take the classes to be able to use the library because the library is very robust. It's almost like $1 million studio that they have there. So I would then go there and record, and I will post. My video was not going the way it was supposed to go. I didn't know what was the problem. I just left it like that. So I tell I came to America, to Nigeria, I've been working on the same trajectory, only to find out that it wasn't working until about a week ago when I bumped into where people were saying that your video is not working because you are not putting what you call thumbnail in there. It's not working because you don't put a description in there. It's not working because you are not, you don't populate your back house, your back end. So if you are really looking at this video, you are looking at this video from the angle that I am selling you on stuff that I think you should know. That is, if you want to become a YouTuber, you need to go to YouTube and type a lot of information that will allow you to study what the pundits are putting out there. Pundits are putting out stuff that's going to make you to do this. Listen to all of it. If you are like me, who is a perfectionist, be an embodiment of it, and on the long run, roll with it, which I'm now doing, which I started with the new channel that I just started. My phone number is 234-703362-7981. 234-703326-7981. 234, which is Nigerian area code 703362-7981. I am simulcasting from Azimi Koko, AZIMIKOKO.com. I'm also simulcasting from AZIMIKOKO26@gmail.com. At Azimi, AZIMIKOKO.com, you have, it's my landing page. I've really done a lot of damages to get this thing called Nigeria from its moribund. Moribund is a big ball that is just rolling around like a sleeping giant. Don't know where they're going to take off. So thank you all for coming in and put all your comments in the comment section. And I'm going to try and put in my email is out there that you can pick up. It's Azimi, AZIMIKOKO 26@gmail.com. Thank you for your support. Bye-bye.